The U.S. military's X37b, a closer look at the secretive nuclear-capable spy program. Welcome to our analysis of one of the most enigmatic spacecraft in existence, the U.S. Department of Defense's X37b Orbital Test Vehicle. With its covert missions and potential to carry nuclear weapons, the X37b has generated significant intrigue and speculation. In this video, we will examine the known facts about this stealth spaceship and consider its capabilities and potential implications. One of the most mysterious spacecraft in existence, the U.S. Department of Defense spy plane routinely conducts covert missions with questionable goals. However, details of the orbital test vehicle have emerged over time. Here, we analyze the specifics that can be made regarding the stealth spaceship. Originally developed by NASA in 1999, the operable X37b resembles a scaled-down replica of one of NASA's now-retired space shuttles, as previously reported by Space.com. Its dimensions are 8.8 meters long, 2.9 meters high, and 4.6 meters on each side. It is 4,990 kilograms in weight. According to Jan Novikov, CEO of the Russian defense technology company Unmanned, the US X-37 spacecraft can potentially carry up to 6 nuclear-capable weapons, but with the US expecting to deploy 8 spacecraft of them by 2025, that poses a significant challenge for Russia. According to the official narrative of Russia, these unmanned spacecraft were built for surveillance and geospatial intelligence. The smaller spacecraft, however, is only capable of carrying 3 nuclear weapons, while the larger one is capable of carrying 6. Novikov also mentioned that the U.S. intends to supplement the 6 existing orbiting platforms with an additional 2. As there have been talking of serious clashes between the West and Russia in recent months, it should be borne in mind that having nuclear warheads over Russia or China at any time is a serious challenge to any nuclear maneuver, and thus Russia could not act or instigate a serious conflict with the West precisely because of this advantage of the USA. Otherwise, like the space shuttle, the X-37b takes off vertically and is propelled by a rocket. Once in orbit, it can maneuver itself and eventually land on a runway back on Earth, much like a conventional airplane. The vehicle has a small cargo area, about the size of a pickup truck bed, which allows it to carry equipment and smaller satellites. It operates at an altitude between 240 and 805 kilometers above Earth, according to the manufacturer, Boeing. While the X-37b typically launches United Launch Alliance's Atlas V into space, the vehicle is capable of being launched by a variety of rockets. During the 5th mission in 2017, the military changed things up a bit and used a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket to get it into orbit. Shortly before the latest X-37b launch in 2020, the U.S. military revealed that the spy plane had a new service module attached to the back that allows a number of experiments to be carried into orbit. The mission deployed a small satellite known as FalconSat 8, which contained 5 experimental payloads, some developed by the U.S. Air Force and some developed by NASA. While NASA said it had conducted an experiment on a previous X-37b flight, this was the first time the military had disclosed specifics about such a payload. In 2011, Boeing studied various vehicle designs into which the X-37b could eventually evolve. A paper by company engineer Arthur Grants titled X37b Orbital Test Vehicle and Derivatives mentions a version called the X37c that would be larger and capable of carrying astronauts, according to Space.com. But little information has emerged about the X37c since then about man-made missions. One of 2 known X37bs made its first launch in 2010 and spent 224 days in space. Its companion spacecraft first flew a year later and remained in orbit twice that amount of time. The current record for a spacecraft is 780 days, that is, more than 2 full years, in orbit, which occurred during the X-37b's 5th flight. What was the spacecraft mission still remains a mystery. During the 2019 Aspen Security Forum, former Air Force Secretary Heather Wilson revealed that the X-37b can fly low enough to use Earth's atmosphere and to change its orbit. Wilson said the vehicle's maneuvers are specifically designed to confuse adversaries such as Russia and China because they cannot accurately predict how it will behave. While there is still much that is unknown about the X-37b, we have been able to piece together a fuller picture of this enigmatic spacecraft. The X-37b poses a serious threat to Russia and China with its capacity to transport nuclear weapons and perform low-altitude maneuvers. While geospatial intelligence and surveillance are purportedly at the center of its stated mission, its exact capabilities and intended use are still unknown. Regardless, the X-37B is a showcase of the U.S. military's state-of-the-art equipment and capabilities.